Hello and welcome to GammaX Trading. In this video, I would like to cover an ICT concept called the Power of Three, or AMD, Accumulation, Manipulation, and Distribution. Let's look at this example here. AMD, or the Power of Three, Accumulation, Manipulation, and Distribution. Here we see price accumulating, failure to break out higher or lower. You'll see now a manipulation move to the downside where price fails to go lower, and then creating a reversal, now pointing back up the opposite direction, distributing to the opposite direction. Now what happens if you don't get the manipulation move that you're expecting in one particular session, or you don't see accumulation happening during the Asia session? Well, there's still a lot you could learn by what happened during these trading sessions. You can get an idea what might happen throughout the rest of the day by seeing what happened in the past. In this case, we did get good accumulation during the Asia session, but we didn't necessarily get a manipulation move in London. So as we rejected the bottom of Asia, we moved to the top expecting to take out the upper level of Asia, which we did get. So we would then anticipate a manipulation move in the early hours of the New York session, which we did get. And then we would see downside activity or anticipate this, and we would target the lower level of either London or Asia. This just happens to be the same level. What happens in another day here? Well, in this session, we see a little bit of a distribution in Asia, not necessarily accumulation, and we kind of seen that accumulation during the London session. So what we would expect is a manipulation move again in the earlier parts of the New York session, which we did get, and it created a double top right here off of the level, and then we would expect some downside activity, and we would target the lower level of either Asia or London again. How would we trade this? Well, what I would do is I would use one of our indicators called Riptide X and AutoX Bot, and what I would do is I would let this trading bot trade some of our shift signals, because again, we've seen the accumulation during the Asia session, so I would go ahead and trade any longs, at least until I targeted the upper levels of that Asia session. I would anticipate a manipulation move during the New York session, which we did get, and right at the 9:30 open, we did get a rejection off of this upper level here, so then I would want to target any shorts going down, targeting the lower levels of London and Asia again. So that's how I would trade this session and look at what information I have, what happened during the overnight session